Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. Last time we had our introduction with Bo here, the Drow Ranger who managed to safely get off the Nautiloid ship without any real issues at all. Now, as we move up the beach collecting supplies from wherever we can,
Must have been fishing when these monsters came.
we know that there is a fight with Shadowheart coming up, because as much as we can have our pet, we cannot allow ourselves a companion of humanoid form. So before we get into that fight, we will of course summon ourselves a familiar with our ritual. And last time I used the frog to great effect, because our little frog friend here can inflict bufatoxin. And when they do that, a creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And we have Sacred Flame, which is a 1d8 against a dexterity save. So if they fail that save, then we have a far higher chance of doing some damage to them. Now, one of these should have Thieves' Tools in. That's very good. Do we need to sneak as the frog? Yes, we do get a sneaky frog. That's adorable. So, let's get this last barrel and then see if we can't get the first attack in. Let's see if we can get close enough that we could Sacred Flame. This seems good enough. And then let's get some bufatoxin going. If we can get close enough without her noticing. Well, she is surprised, but did make the save. And Bo is not in the fight yet, so we will sneak on in. Froggy, try the bufatoxin one more time, please. They save again. Let's get this going regardless. That's a solid 5. We've taken our turn. They are surprised. So now we get another chance at this. They save again. But we now have an opportunity. No. Okay. We can get in closer. Go for the offhand bonus action attack. And with 1 HP left, they are not long for this world, I'm sure. Ah, blasted potions. Alright, frog. No, they just can't do it. They can't get past it today. Bonus action, offhand melee attack. Okay, we did both of our attack actions then, that's fine. Probably looking at one more potion. Let's see. Hey, we got the bufatoxin. So we're going to Sacred Flame for our main action. For 8 whole damage, that is Shadowheart dispatched. Let's take all they have to offer. And then just up the way here, there's going to be a couple of intellect devourers, excuse me, to deal with. Let's see what spoils we got. 13 plus 2 for a 15 AC, but no disadvantage on stealth. We don't need a mace. We can equip the shield if we want to increase our dexterity armor class even further. We would lose our bonus action offhand attack, but it would put our AC up to 19, which is huge. It's going to make us very difficult to hit, so I'm inclined to stick with that for now. So with that equipped, we can head up towards these 2 intellect devourers. Get our frog to come in, join the party. Seems no matter what we do, they will move independent of one another. And what we want to do... what I was about to say is what we want to do is start turn-based mode before they get a chance to be far enough away to flee. but we will get a shot in.
Better stay back.
That's good.
One strike could be lethal.
And because we set off the instigating action, we get a whole other attack. One Brain Devourer down. Let's see. Can we close the gap with the frog? Not enough, so we'll stay there halfway between. And unfortunately our frog dies, but they did take a whole attack for us, which I'm very grateful for. So our bow is just doing excellent work today. Let's just triple check. Options. Weighted dice is off, as is expected on each of my playthroughs. A big whiff there, and with our main hand attack, that is them dispatched. This is going so unbelievably well. So just up here, not this commoner, but one of the folks over there has a rapier. I'm not sure if we have proficiency with that as a ranger. I assume we do, because it's not the most complicated of weapons. And there's one more intellect devourer. There he is. If we go into turn-based mode, we can close the gap. And because we're not in initiative currently, we can call ourselves in a frog that got immediately wrecked. But we did not get seen. So we can give that one more go. Alright, that's not gone great, I concede. But still, we can take our actions now. That's fine. Once it realizes that we are to have an action. We might have broke it with the frog. Game? Okay. We are still... Okay. And with another crit, our rolls are just incredible today. So there's the rapier for 1d8 piercing. Let's see if that is better for us than the short sword. Short sword being 1d6 piercing light finesse, and the rapier being 1d8 piercing finesse. So we are able to equip and be proficient with that, which is excellent.
I'm done.
That's going to increase our damage.
To sleep.
If we hop up here, we can get some more supplies. Some basic poison is very nice. And another spiked bulb. Doing very well on not having to use those yet. Previously I'd spend a lot of spiked bulbs and such trying to just stay alive, but our supplies are doing very well. So let's see. Let's bring some of this stuff down onto the hotbar so I know what I'm working with. We've got 4 caustic bulbs, 3 spiked bulbs, 2 void bulbs, and a find familiar that we can cast. So with that done, our next risky business is going to be Astarion up the top of this hill. So Astarion has grease, which he will try, no doubt, to make us fall and or catch on fire with. So let us get up our familiar. Now, Astarion is a rogue, and rogues have good dexterity, but that doesn't mean he has excellent AC. So if we can get disadvantage on his dexterity, that's still good for us. Let's make sure we're not too far behind if initiative gets rolled. And just slowly creep up on him, trying not to instigate the initiate the cutscene that would happen. We would rather just set off attacks immediately. Right, we're within range, so we can go in with Frog. Damn.
Please come and help me.
So we got the bufotoxin on, but we did unfortunately miss out on the attack because I didn't go into turn-based mode before instigating the fight. But the miss is very good. We have 84% on our melee weapon or 84% on our ranged, so why not go for the ranged? Big miss. Frog. Bufotoxin. That's good. Although he's going to take his turn before we do. So it's probably going to go... No, he's still suffering from the effects, which is great. Although the save is 51% and our attack is 60%, so we're still better off attacking, it seems. 6 is excellent. No bonus action attack now because we are wielding our shield in our offhand rather than an extra dagger. Bonus action potion for him. And another big miss. And a huge hit for 10. So we'll take all of that stuff. And we are just flying through these early stages. Let me see if we can't get the rock down there moved for the supplies. Of course, before we can move the rock, we have to see that there's something interesting below it.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Hey, we're strong enough. I'll take all of that. Do some off-screen reading. And with documents read, we can see the hidden cache up here. So let us now keep moving our way north, and there is a group of commoners surrounding a mind flayer just around the corner. And so the mind flayer will try and tell the commoners to attack us. But if we are careful, we can do damage to it before it can do damage to us. Is it not just here? Oh, it's over there. Sure. Alright, let's move in. Get creeping. And the Mind Flayer does not have many health points remaining. Only 3. So let's see. Why not look if the crab might be able to do 3 damage with their 1 slashing plus 1d4 piercing. If we can get right up to them without suspicion, we might be able to kill them immediately. No, but the concentration they had has been broken, which is very interesting. Oh, and they did bleed to death. Awesome. So the commoners will run away. Good for them. That's absolutely fine. Let's pick a pocket or two. Another caustic bulb for our collection. And then we have reached level 2. So, why not no time better than the present? Ranger level 2. Our hit points increase to 18. We get 2 first level spell slots. We get to pick a class passive. We can take archery for +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons. Defense, +1 armor class while we're wearing armor. Dueling, while you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no weapon in the other, we gain a +2 to damage rolls with that weapon. Or a 2-weapon fighting style. We certainly won't be taking the 2-weapon fighting style because we have no strength, and most 2-handed weapons are strength-based weapons. So it becomes a decision between archery for +2 to attack rolls, so that is the chance to hit a creature with the attack roll, not the amount of damage you do with the roll that you make for your 1d8 or 1d10 damage roll on a short bow or a long bow. Then defense +1 while wearing armor. Our armor class currently is 19. Taking that would put it all the way up to 20, which is huge. Or we can take dueling, but I'm not ever likely to be holding a weapon in one hand and nothing in the other. We're almost always going to have either a second weapon for that bonus action offhand melee attack or a shield. So the choice is really between archery and defense. Now, going for a ranger, I had kind of decided going in that we would take the archery, because last time we died as Lurch, we did so because we got into too much heat in face-to-face combat, and so +2 to our attack rolls with ranged weapons, plus our +3 from our dexterity and our +2 from our proficiency is going to mean our chance to hit with ranged weapons is going to be incredibly high, even higher when we get our dexterity up to 18 at level 4. So we're going to take archery. We get to pick 2 spells as well. Hunter's Mark is kind of like the hex of rangers, so we do 1d6 extra damage whenever we hit it with a weapon attack. So that could be a melee weapon attack or a ranged weapon attack. And so if we mark our quarry and then attack with archery, that's going to be loads and loads of extra damage output for us. Speak with animals is like, it's fine, but there's kind of probably better spells that I would rather choose. Cure Wounds obviously is kind of great, but we're going to have an abundance of potions, so we don't have to worry about that quite as much. Same for Goodberry. This does 1d4 healing and you get 4 of them, so that's 4d4 healing for a single spell slot. Fog Cloud causes lots of blindness. Hail of Thorns. Shoot a volley of thorns, deal 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage and explode, dealing additional 1d10 piercing damage to the target and surrounding creatures. That's pretty interesting. It's nice to kind of have AoE, which is something we don't get too often. Ensnaring Strike. 1d6 plus 3 piercing and possibly ensnare your target. Ensnared creatures cannot move and take 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each turn. An ally can use its help action to try and tear away the vines. That's even nicer, because if we do that and then we stay at range, we can keep attacking with our extra good spell attack modifier. We can keep attacking with our ranged weapon attacks, which are improved by our archery, and it's a strength saving throw, and strength saving throws are very rare. So let's see about that for now. Then there's always Jump and Long Strider. Long Strider plus Dash lets you travel 80 feet per round, which is excellent for making an escape, so I might take this at level 3 when we get more spell slots. But for now, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to take Hunter's Mark and we'll try Ensnaring Strike, and we'll see how we go from there. So, no other decisions to make. You can see now we have our 2 spell slots and the extra spells that we have gained. Oh, interesting. We can make Ensnaring Strike ranged or Ensnaring Strike melee, depending on the weapon that we have equipped. It will do a different amount of damage as that spell. Okay, I was unaware, but that is very interesting. So, with that done, we are rocking up on 20 minutes, so thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or pressing that like button. It does mean a lot to me. If you have any questions or comments and would like anything answered by me, feel free to put it down there in the comments section down below. I will endeavour to answer each and everything I can. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.